What's up, everybody? Welcome to Degen Dad's podcast. In this episode, we're going to be talking about Veve Lowment Exploit, the Game of Thrones NFT drop that is dropping in just a few hours, and Microsoft buying ChatGPT. And yes, you heard me say the Degen Dads. I think that's what we're sticking with, Kyle. But essentially, we are breaking down and talking about the latest news in the NFT and crypto market weekly. We are both fathers, so we're going to talk about parenting, have some fun. I'm with Kyle Wilson. We rotate channels every week. At least that's what we're doing for right now. And we'll probably just put this all together in like one podcast format in the future for people to catch up on. So, of course, as you heard me mention, I have Kyle Wilson, not as my guest, but as my host and co-host today. We're on my channel this week. We'll be hopping on his channel next week. What's up today, Kyle?
Hey, man, it's great to be on your channel. Happy to be here. Dad's of Web3. Let's go.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, there's a lot to get through today.
Yeah, with the Game of Thrones drop, that kind of like came out of nowhere. I feel like I didn't really hear much about it in the last few days. I heard like a couple people talking about it, and then yeah, it's hyped today a little bit, but we'll get into that like in the mid section of this podcast. The very beginning, we're just gonna rip the Band-Aid off because this has been big news in the Veve community, and both of us started. Well, kind of started I started in the Veve community. You started long before that, but both of us have a big part of that community. So we're gonna tackle that real quick. Essentially, it looked like I guess a specific wallet was getting a lot of low mints. And there was speculation that this was like insider trading or that they were sending it, to their favorites. But since then, it appears that there was an exploit in the system that Alex addressed yesterday. I'm going to go ahead and pull up Javier's original tweet about it. You have any thoughts on this?
Yeah, this is an interesting one. I think the accounts that were, essentially finding the exploit on this were relatively small. I don't know if they're like high valued NFTs on Veve. So that was kind of like a kind of silver lining, so to speak. So the impact was kind of small, but this is still concerning that somebody could have essentially just printed low mints, so to speak,
Yeah,
on the
man.
Veve, in Veve. So, when you're talking about some of these comics and collectibles worth literally tens of thousands of dollars, that could be a serious issue. So, but apparently, yeah, Javier did this whole piece on expose. He's always got these exposés, man.
Yeah,
He's
he
like
does a
the
good job
expose
though.
guy.
He does a good
Yeah,
job of
he's
breaking them down and stuff.
he's like the Zach XBT, or what's that guy's name? Zach from
Yeah,
Twitter.
yeah, yeah.
He's
Zach, something, something, something. But yeah, he's like known
yeah,
for like exposing people.
he's like the CoffeeZilla of the Veve universe here. So
Here it
oh,
goes.
some people don't like Javier. I actually do like the guy. I mean, as far as like me and his relationship goes, he's always been super open, upfront, and very knowledgeable and very respectful. So I don't have any qualms with Javier. I think he's done some pretty interesting things here on Twitter, as you see with this kind of expose piece, if you will. So
Yeah, man. I like Javier a lot. I've talked with him in DMs a lot. Sam Ellis said it the other day, but he doesn't post these things because he wants Veve to go to zero. He's invested in Veve. He posts them because they're like genuine concerns. So he's not like,
yeah.
as people like to say, spreading foot or whatever. Like he's
Mhm.
actually like concerned about this stuff, so he posts about it. Um,
Yeah,
he's
I
also
agree with
bought
that.
coffee from me, so I'm like biased now for the rest of my life.
Hey, coffee
So,
for life.
but yeah,
Uh,
this guy got like a lot of like you see these like ultra lows, low special. I guess it all went to the same person, getting like the special 222 mint
a lot
Nova
of low mints.
202.
Yeah, a lot of low mints.
Yeah, they're calling it what's the name they have for it? They have a fancy name for this exploit.
Is it like a low mint gate or something, or I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
No, it's like a method. Look, I guess is this what's his name?
Staying alpha. Yeah.
Yeah, staying alpha. Is this an old video or is he back?
I don't know. I think so I did talk to him recently, about a month ago, and he said he was coming back in around this time of year. So if we do see Staying Alpha, don't be too surprised. Now maybe I wasn't supposed to say that. I don't know if he's back yet. But I did talk to him just last month. I like Staying Alpha. I know like he caused a little controversy over a few topics, but
Yeah.
again, I've been friends with a lot of people in this space for a while, and just because they bring up something that either I may not agree with, or could be controversial. Like, that's not gonna make me not like somebody, you know what I
Sure.
mean? Like, I like open discourse. Like, I'm not against, like, anyways, like, he's coming back in a nutshell is all I was gonna
So
say. One of
I
the
just remembered
OGs.
I just remember what this was about. This was an old video that he did saying that Veve offered to send him collectibles for his early videos. That being said, I personally don't know any other content creator that was offered that, which was weird. It would be weird because Staying Alpha wasn't even the size he is now at the time. So, he might have had like what 500 subs or 1,000 subs when he was making VV content originally. So that'd be kind of weird if they offered him collectibles and not other people. But at the same time, why would he make that up?
Yeah, I mean, a couple things there. Actually, I get contacted a ton, and I'm sure you do too. Especially in a bull run, we'll get contacted nonstop by random NFT projects saying like, "We'll give you NFTs if you do a video," and it's within their scope to do that. So for V to do that with Staying Alpha, like to me, it's not like a big deal. It's like, oh, it's like if anything, they could have gave him a common you know bubbles or something. Maybe not bubbles. Bubbles is bad. That's worth a lot. But like a buttercup or something.
Yeah. All they did was give him a Donnie. It's like whatever. It's a
Yeah,
small,
just
small
casually
character.
when Donnie was like only worth 15 gems.
Yeah.
If they did, good for Staying Alpha if he took it. I mean, if he didn't, and yeah, I don't know. To me, I don't care. I mean, if they're gonna
Yeah.
offer, and again, like you mentioned earlier, that was I mean, I haven't gotten any offers from Veve, and I've gotten a ton of offers, as a lot of people know, from other NFT platforms. And sometimes I take those if it's something I'm actually going to use, like a platform that I like. But here, like if they did offer them, then I mean, oh well.
You
Like,
mean like
yeah.
you've
It'd be
got
nice if they offered me one now. I'd be like, yeah, like what
right?
are you gonna offer me?
You mean like our video sponsor, Game of Thrones, like the offers they gave us?
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. Game of Thrones is not sponsoring this episode. I would let
Sponsored
Game I,
today.
I would let Game of Thrones sponsor this episode, but they did such a poor job with season 8. I don't want to affiliate myself with it. But if they would have just stopped
Dude,
at season
it's
7,
a
I would have accepted their sponsorship for this video.
there's a rug pull at season 8. Oh,
Yes,
season
season
8.
8 was like 100% a rug pull. So, yeah, as far as Staying Alpha goes, I don't really care if we got NFTs either. I think the problem people are having is like if it's like a continuous thing, and then just like
Oh, I see. Yeah, it's continuous.
people. Yeah, and then like I think people think that a lot of content creators, a lot of like known figures are like getting this consistently, and some of it looks sketchy. Like I don't know this is Discord mod, but like I do know this was sketchy. The Wendy's, we should get
I saw
Wendy on
that.
here.
Yeah, I saw that
Yeah, the
post.
same person that got 1985 DeLorean on drop also got the 1985 like hovering version on drop, and it's like I think I heard, I don't know, I'll need to validate this, that this was a mod, and if so, that's obviously sketchy. But it's this type
Yeah,
of stuff, because like you're going in on a drop with hopes to get this like magnificent piece because it's a gamble. You have in the back of your head, what if I hit that 1985 DeLorean? Like
mhm.
that's an amazing piece. And then to find out if there's either an exploit or there's this like favor of, well, you actually had zero chance to get that 1985. It's like, that
Yeah.
that is a bummer.
Yeah, a couple things there. The DeLorean drop was already bugged, and then I think the queue system was way different, like the reservation system. So you could back then actually try to go for a certain special mint if if you timed it right. So back then things were a little bit different. This could have been one of those situations, could have been an exploit. This one is kind of like in that weird gray area where it could be exploit, could be nothing, or it could have been him strategically like using that reservation system of old to try to time it just right. And
Yeah.
I know a lot of people used to try to time a special mint back then. Today, obviously, it's randomized. Like you can't do that anymore. But back then, it was a lot different. But this one here, we'd have to have more proof than just two matching cars. I mean, out of 8 million NFTs, like there's going to be a couple of different scenarios where somebody might brag that they got like the same mint of a certain thing. Now, this one,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a little coincidental. It's the same IP, it's the same car
Yeah.
essentially. And it does look a little weird, but these were two different, I guess. Like you have the flying one, then you have the interactive one. Uh, I mean, this one is hard to say. Maybe he did find the exploit by, I don't know. There's just like we need proof there that there was something going on, but this one does look a little a little sus. I'm not gonna lie, it
It
does look a
does.
little sus.
Well, when it was addressed apparently by Alex G, I wasn't in that space. They considered it the Lazart exploit. So Vault actually, like, he did a video not on Lazart, but he did a video on like the original like postings of Javier.
Mhm.
And I was, going to ask him to come on today, but he
Oh,
goes,
Lazard, yeah, that's what they're
he's
calling it.
also live at the same time. So I was like, well, he's already live. But he posted about it. Lazart Lowman exploit is what they're calling it. So it looks like they did come out and say that this is an exploit that they just recently caught. Obviously, some people think that's cap. That's what the youngins say. This is a dad podcast, so like I feel like our kids say cap.
I should grab my every time I should grab like somebody says that I should grab my sleeping comics hat and just like raise up.
There needs
Cap.
to we need to get our like something. You know how people have a soundboard for like sounds, obviously, like have a cap as soon as like we say something that's like
It's like
cap.
doo-doo-doo.
Make it
Like,
pop up.
yeah.
Again, this is a dad's podcast, so there's gonna be dad jokes on here. But yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know, man. As far as this Lazard exploit goes, it I guess we'll just see it kind of unveil a little bit more. I'm sure that the founders are gonna address it more and more throughout the week.
yeah, and I heard some clips of Alex G talking about it, saying that they pretty much already patched it, and they've disabled like one of the accounts or something like that. Is what he actually posted on Twitter and actually said in a space as well that they're actively like monitoring those accounts and they have disabled. I think there's like 2 accounts in question, and one of them was for sure disabled according to Alex G. I don't know if
Okay.
we'll find the clip on his thread, but somebody else posted it. I think it was actually the Cray Mountain from the community
Yeah,
that
yeah, I know him.
posted Alex G's comment there. And yeah, what's going on, SoCal homie? Hope are you living it up in the chair? Hopefully you're doing good out there. So, anyways, shout out to you.
Heck yeah.
And
We also got Deborah on here. Good morning, GM. He was just talking
GM,
about how it's a form of payment, so like he'd be okay, like he's okay with it.
yeah,
Addressing, so a couple more people jumped in. We just addressed like if content creators got offered collectibles from Veve. As far as we know, and we've both been making, we were some of the earliest content creators in March of 2021 of on Veve, and we don't know anybody personally that received collectibles or has even been offered. But apparently, Staying Alpha came out and said he got offered, and he knew some people that got offered. I have a hunch. I know the group. I don't want to call them out though. Of content creators that might have had an offer because like they actually
yeah,
formed to try to like work with Veve on like an ambassador program. So maybe they pitched it, and maybe David was like, "Well, we're not going to pay you. We're going to send you some NFT. We could send you some NFTs though," but it never happened. I think.
yeah.
I mean, that's just guessing.
Now, so the golden logo, I think like a few, like there's a few that did get the golden logo. So I forgot about that one. Um, and I did get one of those, a golden logo, and I bought one as well. So I have 2, but that one outside of the VV golden logo, I haven't heard too much since the early days. Now, early days, I would get why they would be doing that because you like essentially. Um, like they had like there's only 5,000 users. Like there's really not a whole lot of users back then, especially Staying Alpha like was really early to VB, so I could get why they were be offering. And maybe they
Yeah.
saw his channel first. Like I was still kind of like doing just starting out my VB videos as well, so maybe they hadn't seen me, but they never offered me any NFTs or collectibles or anything like that to do videos in exchange for videos or anything like that. Obviously, like as you know, you've gotten the light. You can see we both got lights, so
I
we
got mine
have like,
recently. You were with me when I got. You filmed me getting it.
yeah, buddy. So like outside of that, they do show like appreciation and like what they consider stuff that like they don't want you to sell. So like in terms like of what they see that is probably like a non-monetary gain, so to speak. But in Staying Alpha's case, that would be a direct like way of marketing for sure. So
Yeah, that makes sense.
interesting little
I
topic there, but
I did. I closed out the tab and reopened so we could hear the sound. So this is the bit that where it says that they closed this account. So let's just hear it.
It's confirmed on our end.
We don't have to listen to this whole thing. We'll see if we hit the highlight.
Account that
Can you hear
banned.
it?
We
Can you hear it good?
were
Yeah.
able to uncover that I think early last week, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And and banned that person. That person basically had found some sort of way to kind of find out what mints he was reserving and sit on those unsold out drops and just basically try to farm
cheeky
drop reservations until he got a mint that he liked. So we've since found it, patched it, banned him.
Okay.
Just,
so what he was doing, to my knowledge, is he kept on reserving, but he found a way to see what he was reserving, and then he would just stop reserving and then re-reserve. Okay, does that sound right?
Yeah, he was gaming the reservation system, which is that's very intelligent. I mean,
that's super intelligent. And dude, honestly, this is a hot take. Sounds fair game to me. Like it wasn't like he hacked into the system or something like that. Like he found a way to see what he was getting and that he was gonna buy. It's not, and it was also like he wouldn't be able to do this on big drops because he doesn't have time to do this on big drops. He would just do this on drops that nobody cares about because they're sitting in the market. So for him to get, when I say fair game, like for him to get banned, or get his that's a little steep to me. Hold on real quick. I do want to say Stay Winning Podcast just donated $1. Thank you so much. Stay Winning Podcast has his own channel.
I'll tell you my thoughts on it when you're finished.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, so my thoughts on that too is I don't know if his account should have been disabled too. I don't know about that, because if it's up to Veve to protect their own drops, and we see this in the NFT space all the time. There's bots out there. People have Chrome extensions. And you can actually time drops pretty easily as long as it's not one of those randomized drops. But people kind of game the system, so to speak, these mints all the time. And a lot of NFT people kind of see that as free game. Like if you do have a software that helps you mint, or it's well, you should have had that software too. It's kind of free game to everybody to use that. Now botting obviously is a little bit different on Veve platform, and obviously I think that's bad, and obviously that's illegal. But what I'm saying is I don't know if his account should have been disabled. That's what I'm trying to say here. Just patch it.
Was it ethical? Maybe not.
It wasn't ethical.
Was it bannable? Because somebody in the comments said no, he manipulated the system, should be banned. Is it bannable? I don't know, man. I
don't know if he did. If he truly manipulated the system, maybe that's that's obviously within Veve's right. Chris confirmed Lazarte. Yeah. So, but if it was just something not manipulative, just him being smart about it, then I don't know if he deserves it should just be disabled, built right to begin with, and then just move on. Well, now they are going to make an example out of somebody here. So yeah, I get why they would want to disable his account.
And this is web.
It's tough.
Web 2 versus Web 3,
it
thoughts on things, because in the Web 3 world, it is kind of like the wild, wild west. And it's if you leave room for an exploit, it's on you. It's not on the person who takes advantage. I see that happen a lot in NFTs. They'll design a contract poorly. This happened last year with 777s or whatever. There's an exploit in their contract and somebody minted 1,000 of them. And so the guy that the guy that minted 1,000, he made well on that, but whose fault was that?
There's another one. There's a huge one. It was it kind of looked like the Doodles. And it was super hyped. And I think FaZe promoted it on his Instagram at one point, and then dipped out. But the contract was sketch too. There's a lot. There's 5 mints in a row where the developers put out poor smart contracts, and that goes back to the developer and the smart contract in the project. Shame on them for not having a solid built contract, and it got exploited. That's kind of the project's fault. That's not people exploiting. It's hey, there's an exploit in there, and we were smart enough to find it. And
and it's what type of exploit too? The gem exploit was obviously people stealing money. And then if there's another exploit that was basically the same thing, but if the exploit is he still pays for the collectible, I don't know, it's kind of a weird situation. Obviously the chat pretty strongly disagrees. We had Bruin, like I said that he manipulated the system. Trip, which is one of my friends, exploitation of the app is a breach of service terms. I feel
That's
this was
fair.
probably the best
That's
action
fair.
as the person was using a malicious pleas for profit. And Sub-Zero said he definitely should be banned. If he knows how to do that, he can definitely make money elsewhere. Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with you guys. I'm
Yeah,
on
I
the
don't
fence.
disagree
I'm on
either.
the fence about it. It's just because like
Yeah, it's like
he at the end of the day he
right.
still bought it and he didn't like steal money. And I just like, but
It's
I mean,
clever. I mean, yeah, and if this was like high valued comics and collectibles, like I would definitely be more up in arms. Or if it was like a 420 mint or 69 mint or elite or something like, something super special. But like honestly, like if you look at the low mints, like in the numbers, like they weren't actually that special. Like it was like 222 or something
yeah,
like nobody wants those mint. Like nobody like that
let's go
wasn't
back to
highly
it.
sought after on some of his collectibles. Um, Now, I do agree, like, yeah, it's obviously, like, you can't allow this on the BB app because if people continue to find out about this, continue to exploit, then there will be major issues. So I'm glad there was action and VV took action really quick. So I do agree with that. But like me and you are, like you said, Chris, so well, is like Web 2 versus Web 3. Like we're just trying to bring perspective on like what's kind of going on in Web 3 macro and like it's kind of like it's kind of on the project for allowing an exploit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, for sure, man. For sure. Completely get that. Um, let's see what else we got. What is this? We got
But
Jimbo Lee, MX 249. Wait, good morning, Masters. Thank you. Bro, what? What is MX? I've
I
never
think
seen that
that's
before.
is that the pesos from
What? Thank you so much,
is that
Jimbo.
Mexican dollar?
Appreciate it. You know who Jimbo is, right?
Yeah, Jimbo Lee got his
Yeah, I was about to say, I got it too.
right there, baby.
Heck yeah,
Every
man. He
shot,
made the Vivi logos.
yeah, every video right there.
Heck
It's in
yeah,
every
man.
video.
Dude, thank you so much. I appreciate that, Jimbo. Like huge. Thank you so much. And yeah, we always represent your logos that you made us in our videos. But yeah, man, as far as this VV Lowman exploit, I hope they got it tackled and nobody's able to take advantage of it. Obviously people feel different about, this. Earlier, Superstar, this is crazy. I want to get on this later. Not right now, but he said, did you see you guys see the Fortnite and Pokemon leak? I did not see, I didn't see that, but we'll have to get on that one later.
I
Yeah,
heard it was fake. That's all I heard. I didn't look into it, but I saw a couple comments like saying it was fake, but I haven't looked into it. Yeah, somebody SoCal Only Homie said just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. That's a good point too. Like your morals, like what you should do. It's a Web 2.5 platform, so to speak. So there's terms of service. So I do see that point as well. But me and Chris are just trying to bring like from both sides, like, I don't know. We're just trying to make people think here. That's all we're doing here.
Yeah, for sure. Trip said, I like to play devil's advocate a lot.
Me too.
Had the
Me too.
exploiters shown VV the issue making some dollars, they probably would have rewarded him as opposed to banning them. Maybe so. Let's see. Bruin seems to be getting passionate about it.
Ooh.
So someone pushes your child, no big deal. But if they slap them, it's a big deal. Both are
Wait,
wrong.
wait.
Bro, hold on. If somebody pushes my
Wait.
child, that's a big deal. And then if
Yeah,
somebody
that's
slaps my
bad.
child, that's also a big deal. Like
That
you sound like you're probably not a parent, or you're probably too emotional about the subject.
All right, wait. Go back to send this to Trip. He has a actually super good point here.
Right.
So most crypto platforms of old or blockchains, what they did when they first got off the ground is they had bug bounties. And I think Vivi should have a bug bounty, and maybe they do.
Yes.
But I haven't seen them announce anything. But if you can find exploits in their system, they should reward people that are great at hacking. And hacking is so synonymous with bad at hacking, but there is such thing as good hacking. And there's actually firms that stress test, like HackerOne is a company that specializes in positive hacking, that they find exploits in your software so they can fix the problem. So when you do launch your app, people can't exploit your app because they fixed it. So I think that could be a good point where Vivi should have some kind of bug bounty system in place where they actually pay people to exploit their app. And obviously you would report that so it doesn't affect like their app as a whole. So good point there. I like that.
We actually have a friend. I'm not going to say him by name. This is all available online. He was a bad actor, like a bad hacker, and he ran some things he shouldn't have been involved with. And the government busted in his door. It was like, "Yo, you've been doing some bad things. We're gonna like take your stuff. You're gonna go to jail, or you can work for us at the government for the next few years," which is what he did. So now he's I think it's considered a white cap hacker. And an ethical hacker that like has broken. He's like been extremely successful and like.
Why are you talking about me, bro?
Yeah, and breaking like human trafficking cases that are like online exploits and like being able to like find people and find their information. But it's a very interesting dynamic. It went from like, all right, I don't know, but it's a pretty cool thing. Not saying that that's going to happen. Real quick, thank you so much, SoCal. I'm thinking I need another coffee for the $20 donation. I appreciate it so much. Thank you. Got chat bumping today because of this touchy topic of Veve exploits.
It's good, and good ideas come from this type of discussion. Like send this to Trip led to maybe Veve should have a bug bounty program to reward white hat hackers or whatever. So all great points. All great points.
Yeah. At the end of the day, look, this would be just as Bruin said, he is a parent, so I apologize. If you're a parent, I empathize. I do empathize with you being in the space, period. I guess like what could have been a good situation, people would have disagreed with this because like the whole like NFTs and like ownership debate. But like what about just like take those like refund maybe the additions that you like hand selected but not ban his account. What about that? What about that, Bruin? Bruin, you strongly disagree, and that's okay. I respect that. What do you feel about that? You feel like that'd have been a fair, situation? How do you feel about that, Kyle?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I just think he did pay for them. Obviously he did breach probably some term. I haven't read the terms of service in a while. It's kind of like one of those weird gray areas. Like I get where Veve would want to like make an example of somebody. So it's hard to say, it really is. I don't know what the proper decision would have been here. Maybe they should have given him a refund for at least the money he spent and then disabled the account, or been like, you know what, like you found the exploit, don't do this again. But we are gonna like, what did you do to exploit it? We're gonna patch it and move forward. And by the way, if you find any more exploits, we have a bounty program, and they could launch a bounty program off of this in a positive way. So
haven't they done bounty programs before? I thought Kay participated in one of them.
I don't think he did. I think he could go in their system and look at what like assets they have in the app at one point before they had that like locked up tight. There's a lot of stuff he could do, like look at the code and stuff and figure out like little minor issues. He would just, I think, out of his own like spare time, he would find stuff and just send it to the team to patch it. And so
okay, gotcha.
I don't think they had like an official bounty program, but they should. I think they should. Especially these higher levels.
Dude, I don't know if you saw, BitBoy just launched a bounty on himself. He said, if you guys can basically find me, and it was something to do with like endorsing a company and getting paid for it, like I'll give you $10,000. And like within like 10 minutes, that Zach BX whatever guy on Twitter found it, and then I guess BitBoy followed through and paid him. I think he was actually talking about, BitBoy was calling out a specific person to do it, but Zach went ahead and did it. But it was pretty funny, and that's the beauty of the
people have archives of that guy on record, because it's BitBoy, like he's controversial.
Bruin said, still not fair. I put in thousands and always get high mint commons. Yeah, me too, man. Me too.
Bruin, man, me and you both. I don't think I've ever landed a secret rare comic. I think I've landed one, and it was like not even worth it. And so I haven't landed anything good. I haven't landed any special mints. I think I've minted very, very, very few low mints.
Yeah.
So between low and special and like secret rares, I have no luck on that stuff, man. It's just
I don't either. But I think we hammered that in. It was an exploit. How they did it was they basically were able to reserve a collectible and then like see what the mint number was and keep
cheeky.
re-rolling it. Yeah, it's cheeky. Very, very smart exploit. Something
clever. I know, like people are like, because Veve like peeps like everybody got outraged over it, but for me, my first reaction was like, that's actually clever.
Yeah, it's clever.
I'm like, hey, it was like, and I looked at like, you know, they were all like low value, like collectibles and comics. So I was like,
yeah, it's not
I
like
mean, obviously
you
that
have some
should be
like Miles
corrected.
Morales and stuff like that. The Vivi
Yeah, it
community
wasn't
is supposed to
Miles
be
or
tight knit community or fan. Personally, I wouldn't take advantage. Yeah, that's true too.
yeah, that's true.
It's a very
Well,
fair
that's
point.
why actually that's a great point. I didn't use Clockgate for that exact reason. A lot of people knew about Clockgate. I never used it until Dan Crowther said it was okay. So a lot of people
Mm.
knew about it, and that's actually why I didn't do a video, because if I did a video on it and let's say like 100 other people did a video, or like let's say 200 people did Clockgate, well, what happens when new people come into the app that don't know about Clockgate?
Yeah.
Like they're gonna have an awful experience. So that's why like Veve Vault got the credit on that. I know like he did the video on it, but that's the reason why I didn't actually do a video on it. So that's a good point.
I'm pulling up. I'm gonna transition soon. We do have the Game of Thrones NFT dropping today. It's pretty hype. It's dropping in a couple hours, 2 o'clock Central Time. And gonna try to get the alpha on it. It's very likely that it's over allocated, and that's gonna be possible to grab. Let me just find the Twitter real quick. Are you gonna go for this?
The Game of Thrones drop, you said?
Yeah.
Nah, I probably won't.
Nah.
I went for the Lord of the Rings drop. And by the way, nothing against Veve Vault. He did he's done amazing and did all the tips and tricks. So I was just telling you guys like why I didn't do the video a long time ago. And that's a good point that SoCal Omi Homie brought up. So I just wanted to hit that one.
Oh yeah, definitely makes
That
sense.
little topic
Yo,
there.
Crypto Tony, what's up, my guys? Can't believe I'm missing this. Well, welcome here. SoCal, you'll not use any manual process. Oh, dang it. You know, such as keying. Okay, he was it's on the terms of service. So basically, SoCal is saying that he broke the terms of service, therefore should be banned.
Oh, okay. I mean, yeah, if it's like some kind of weird, I honestly I don't know like it's like in detail, in depth about exactly what he did. So I know some of everybody's probably has a little bit more detail on like exactly what the exploit was, but
Bruin
dang,
asked you a question.
there's an NFT listed on Game of Thrones, $800.
Okay, so
Series 1 hero
no.
box.
Yeah, so I'll explain the Game of Thrones in a second. Bruin, I'll go ahead and tackle this. He was saying like he didn't know if Cluckgate would be against the terms of service, like at the time, because like you're not exploiting the system, but like would like finding this out like be considered exploit? It's just one of those things. Like, should you have used a massage? I never did, but like, should you have used a massage gun? Because like it's technically, is that fair or unfair to like tap the screen really fast? There's a lot of things that came out, and it's like you don't really know if that's breaking
why
the service or not. So just better off not touch the subject.
See, that's why exactly why I never did like the tricks videos, because I was too scared to only enable a group of users. But like, what about people that are not on YouTube? Like, what about the kid that's on Facebook?
Yeah.
So that's why I personally never did that stuff. Because I always felt weird about it, so I just never talked about it.
All right, I found it. I'm gonna go ahead and pull
Everybody
this
knew
up.
about him anyways. Like it was like all over Twitter and mainly Discord at the time. But
so, massage gun is physically manipulating the system. Yeah, I never used it. I was just using it as an example as like people might have thought that was fair.
Well, Clockgate too, because that's like the OG, like the OG one where people knew about it, used it still. Technically, that was kind of an exploit. I mean, it was, and so I don't know. Like it's one of those things. Now, if the guy was like actually doing some hacking stuff, like in the Veve app or in the web app, then yeah, you kind of have some problems there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's another thing. Like, did he like breach their system to like find the exploit? And if so, then yeah, that needs to be taken accordingly. Somebody said massage gun for the win.
I remember that video came out, and it was like this random YouTuber that we've never seen before.
Yeah, TikTok. I saw it on TikTok.
Oh, I saw it on YouTube, and it got like 30K. It was like one of the most viewed Veve videos like
That's
ever.
hilarious.
And yeah, and then Veve came out and they're like, yeah, you can't use that. They were working with like a security platform to like kind of detect like those kind of crazy, like impossible, like you can't touch a button that fast with the human finger.
Yeah,
Like,
I remember
so
that. Yeah.
it was so funny at the time though. That video is like, if people are out here using massage guns.
Bro, people were trying anything to get it to drop. It was
Oh my god.
hilarious.
It's
Oh,
like an
dude.
external exploit.
Bruin, no need to apologize. I'm sorry for getting sharp earlier too. He says a stickler for rules, laws. Law school did that to me. Go, congrats, going to law school. That's awesome.
You know,
And that you're a parent.
and I always forget, I get it too. It's like, there is a lot of money involved in this app, and I get why people get so passionate and emotional about it. For me, it's always been the user, like SoCal said earlier. It's like everybody's a fan. For me, it was always about making sure it was fair for other people. So if I knew something, I wasn't gonna just do the exploit. Like I wanted somebody to actually, maybe a kid in a hospital, like maybe he was going for the drop. I want him to win. Like shoot. Like that
Yeah.
stuff matters to me, like versus like putting monetary stuff first. Like it's cool that like my vault collection is worth a lot, but at the end of the day, it's like, I don't know. I just think about weird stuff like that. Maybe
No, I get it.
I'm built different. Like, you know
You're
what I
built
mean?
different.
I did ministry for so long. And so that stuff like really gets to me if I'm like exploiting stuff, like some kind of, I don't know.
Yo, SoCal 37 watching, only 8 likes. Smash the like button. Yeah, definitely, guys. If you're here, please like, subscribe to me and Kyle, because we rotate channels every week. We're on my channel this week. We're going to Kyle's channel next week. But in a couple hours, there's a drop happening. It's Game of Thrones drop. It's gonna be $150. And so we'll be able to hopefully look at some of the blockchain data on like while we're here. But essentially, they had the pre-sale an hour ago, and then they have public sale coming up at 2 p.m. Central Time. Yeah, right now too, I didn't mention this earlier. I'm gonna go ahead and mention it now. We're kind of in a mini bull run with not just with Veve as well. Part of it is because the whole the money, the wire transfers got locked, so money's like trapped again. So like that's gonna build, but also just the market, like everything is up right now. I didn't mention this at the beginning of the episode, but Kyle, I had the best ETH sale to date. Last week I sold an NFT for $6,000 in ETH.
Let's go.
So I was super excited about
Oh
that.
baby, let's go.
Also, yo, SoCal, welcome to the YouTube member gang. I just launched my caffeinated YouTube membership. I appreciate it so much. One of the tiers, you get a bag of coffee every month. So check that out if you haven't checked that out. SoCal, thank you for joining.
Send this to Trip. Said Pineapple Gang had a hilarious video on the massage gun. I don't know if I've seen that one. I gotta go back and watch, man.
Check it out.
He had some funny videos. I remember when Asian Dan, because that's his handle on Twitter.
Come on, bro.
I know. I always like people might like you might have a new viewer like, bro,
you're gonna get me canceled.
I know. Like they're like, why are you saying that? I'm like, it's his handle on Twitter. Like he picked that. All right. So Daniel Lee came out like when he first came to YouTube, he was doing all those funny intros, like in Pineapple was one of them, Pineapple Gang. And it was like a dog pooping in the backyard. He's like, we out in nature. And it was like, I don't know. It's just so funny. We have a pretty funny community.
Bruin said, I see so many getting special rewards and I'm missing out. I have 125 sets and we should reward set holders, but okay if they don't. I try for airdrops so I get rewarded that way. I agree, Bruin. I think
wait a minute.
What?
All right, go.
Okay. I was just gonna say, like, I agree with them that I think they should reward set holders more, and hopefully they can launch MCP as soon as possible, because that's gonna add more value there.
So here's my thoughts. I think they're gonna make it worth people's while when in the Veveverse. I think they'll have a lot of more say what goes on for master. You said it well too, like around MCP. I want them to launch it too. Like I've been waiting for over a year for MCP. I think we all have. We're all ready for it. We're tired of waiting. I get it, but I think they'll make it well worth everybody's while in the Veveverse. That T-Rex video I did, like it's super high graphics, like assets in the Veveverse. Like I have a feeling they're gonna do some big stuff in the Veveverse. So for set holders like over 100, like yeah, they're gonna recognize that. Unfortunately, it's going to take time, and we it sucks we have to wait so long, but I think it's going to be pretty awesome on the other side. Yeah,
Basie. Yeah, that's what immediately I thought of. But
I should have had.
I hope you get rewarded, bro. And I think big set holders absolutely should get rewarded. I actually lost a lot of money banking too much on MCP last year at this time. Like I was buying stuff for MCP points, and it was a bad decision. Well, it was a bad decision in hindsight, but I didn't know that it was going to get delayed, then get delayed. So
a lot of us got burnt off that. And then we thought January, we're like, oh, everybody's gonna go after MCP, it's gonna drop. And then it never did. And then everybody sold, and then there's a bear market. It's like,
Yep.
yeah, that one burnt
But
a
you know
lot of
what,
people.
Kyle? The bull market is back, baby. At least for right now. At least for a couple weeks. That's what it's looking like, man. The NFT market, Veve market, NFT market as a whole has like really been bumping. I'm about to pull it up. This week, like we've been seeing a lot more volume. I'm like obviously joking that we're back in the bull run. I'm taking it slow and just kind of seeing. But right now, anything that's actually like decent, I'm like keeping my eyes on. So that's why like I've alluded to it several times. But this like Game of Thrones, if I'm able to mint this thing for 150, obviously nothing in these videos is financial advice. I'm thinking about doing it.
Oh,
I've
you
been
better
waiting.
get in the queue, bro. There's a
I'm in
queue
queue. I've been
apparently.
in queue forever, dude. It says that I have 27 minutes left, but it doesn't matter because it's not open until 2. I joined this queue like an hour ago or 2 hours ago. That's the North Series 1 sale when it
You're
returned.
ahead of me in line, that's for sure. I'm 5,342 is my number in line.
Well, it doesn't matter because we can't buy until 2 o'clock anyways. This is looking a lot like the Narnia one. Is that what it was that you bought?
Narnia?
Is that what was it?
Was there a Narnia?
No. What was
Lord
it
of
called?
the
Lord of the Rings. Same
You
thing.
said Narnia.
Same thing. This is looking a
Narnia?
lot like Lord of the Rings.
Oh my
Lord of the
God.
Rings drop.
Yeah.
Some Game of Thrones style. Obviously, it's a digital collectibles experience. So they're marketing this as experience, just like Lord of the Rings, where you you buy these like stories, you collect these items, like these like things from Lord of the Rings, and I guess you have the experience. Normally, I would say this is just cool for like diehard what are they called, Game of Thrones fans.
Mhm.
But I think there might actually be some traction just with the market kind of being decent right now.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of watching it. Well, I wonder if we're able to view any of the activity right now because like there has already been a pre-sale. I don't know where to check though because I can't get into the website. So,
Oh, I see. I have the link.
and this is like one of those weird things that's like, it's not on like a known website. I don't think. Somebody told me this is an ETH
Nifties.
token, but it's on Nifty. Yeah, which isn't like super used. I don't know. Let's see.
They did the Matrix drop as well, and it actually did fair. They launched it like right before the movie. They did like the whole Unreal Engine Matrix City, and that looked. I think that's what really hyped it up. Honestly, the movie actually was kind of terrible. But they did hold pretty good. The Matrix ones, and like you can still buy. I think the Avatar's like floor price is pretty decent considering like nothing has happened.
Yeah.
I think they'll still do something, but it's probably less exciting now than it was back then.
Well, the last tweet was that's their pin tweet. The last tweet was 17 hours ago.
Oh yeah, and the
that doesn't
bullet
look
train.
good, bro. It just doesn't look good. Hold on. Okay, have you watched Game of Thrones?
No.
This dude,
Like one
bro.
episode.
Spoiler alert. If you've never watched Game of Thrones, I'm about to spoil the heck out of it. So I'm sorry. Yeah,
It's
he
not
lasted.
appropriate.
Yeah. So that there's a spoiler alert coming after this Senate. So, pause and come back.
Yep.
He lasted for like 5 minutes, dude. Like it was built up for like 6 seasons, this Ice King. And like he's like fighting for like 6 minutes. You're like, bro, we're about to see like the like best battle ever because it's so built up. This dude like runs out, basically gets stabbed with a sword, and then it's over. And like it's like a quarter of an episode, And I was just like, it was so dumb, dude. Season 8 was so. I didn't know that was season 8, but season 8 was so bad.
It reminds me how Star Wars like with Snoke, like they like Emperor Snoke. It's like this bad, like super like Emperor Palpatine figure, and then like Kylo Ren just like throws a light, like does one lightsaber move. He's like and like chops his head. Like it's like
you didn't give a spoiler alert for that though, so you probably just ruined Star Wars for somebody.
But then they turns out like that there's some other twists and turns that.
Okay. That's how I felt about was it Boba Fett? He lasted like in like episode 2 or something like that. He lasted like 5 minutes and then he went into the belly of that thing, which is funny because I watched Star Wars like in my like early 20s, so like years and years after like it was like popular. And like Boba Fett is this like built up character that like everybody, like so many people love, and he has his own fandom. So like I see him in the show, and I'm like, oh, dude, he's about to have a big role, and he lasts for like 5 minutes, and then boom, he's done.
Bullet Train's another movie that launched on Nifty's as well. Shark Week. So they got some pretty good IP over there. It's just not a notable platform, really. Like, hasn't really clicked, it seems like, in the NFT space.
I
Like, it was
agree.
popular for like 1 second, and then after that, they never like kind of got their hype back. People
There's
are
just
just
a
kinda
lot
like,
of there's just a lot of eyes on it right now. That's why I think it could do well. Somebody,
no, yeah,
SoCal
I
said they
totally
bought a
agree.
T-Rex yesterday after watching your videos. That's pretty cool. Also,
Hey,
SoCal, that
let's
green
go.
looks good on you. It should show the green up here.
I agree too. I think they're like with big drops like this, I think there could be some attention there, like with the Matrix.
I'm definitely gonna go for it. It's at 2:00 my time, and I'm not holding this thing. I'm paper handing it, and hopefully not gonna lose. I want to get
Apparently,
into the website so I can actually like see more of like how it's doing.
apparently they're up to mission 3 on the Matrix. So, I mean, maybe there's something there. I mean, I haven't heard any hype on the Matrix in a while though.
So they're hero boxes. They're $150 per hero box. The supply is 3,450 hero boxes. It's 1 box per Nifty account. So I guess you can go and make an account if you don't have a Nifty account. There's 1,500 for public sale. So how many did I say? There's 3. About half are for public. And 2 additional boxes limited, blah, blah, blah. 50 hero boxes will be held from initial sale, which isn't that much, honestly. What's in the box? You get a hero or legendary hero avatar, a resource card that you'll need to be able to build your realm, and 9 resource cards and 3 story cards. So this is definitely like a layered thing. If you're a Game of Thrones fan, I feel like this is going to be a cool experience. But if you're not a Game of Thrones fan, or you just don't care about this, I don't know. I'm probably going to Degen. You know, we're called Degen dads for a reason. Buy this baby and either lose half my money or 2x. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I don't think I'll go for that. Like, I'm not into Game of Thrones, so I did Lord of the Rings, and I think that one was a good one. This one's good too. It's just I haven't watched it, so like I'm not emotionally invested, but I know it might do well for sure. Yeah, that's kind of my thoughts.
I'm in a free folk subreddit, which is like it just basically it just makes fun of season 8. Like it's still it's still like a active subreddit that just makes fun of season 8. What else do you want to know? They're available for purchase on Nifty's website by using credit or debit card or Coinbase Commerce. They will be minted on ETH, okay? And resource cards minted. Whoa! While story and resource cards will be minted on Palm. There's a connection. Everything's connected.
It's all connected.
That's where back cows are at. And then unopened hero boxes and individual cards are open from boxes. Okay.
And there's no question that Palm has connections. I mean, if they have DC, you know, they actually have some other stuff too. But yeah, I'm sure Palm has. I mean, the guy that developed Palm was like one of the like co-found or like lead developers for Ethereum, like way back in the day. So I'm sure there's like
I heard that. Yeah.
Yeah. So Palm's not gonna go away anytime soon.
I can't find this token. I'm looking for like the Etherscan address or something, so we can actually like see how it's doing. If it's minted on ETH, like the address should be like available. I just don't know if they have any more information, and I'm still can't. I'll be able to get into the website by the time we end this episode. Yeah, I don't know. Why does it not show the? It doesn't show the contract anywhere.
Yeah, I don't see it either, but oh well.
Yeah, I won't spend a ton of time on it, but this is something to watch out for today. You know, we like to give a little bit of alpha on this section of the show. But I guess we'll go ahead and move on to the next. This is pretty cool. ChatGPT has been breaking the internet with people, you know, making all the videos on, oh, ChatGPT, you know, did this or build a business or do this. Well, they got a huge. What's up?
Oh, I can buy one right now, I think, actually.
Bet. Share your screen. We want to see that credit card number.
No, thanks. I'll share it, but I'll close it out in a minute too. Let's see, computer. Oh wait. See if I can find it.
Bruin
Can you see that?
Bruin bought the Lord of the Rings NFT. I thought they were really cool. I
I
just
don't
didn't
see
buy
any
one.
pump on them. They pumped for like a microsecond, and then people took profits, and I think it's still above retail. At least I bought the rare one, the ring, the ultimate experience one, and that one's still over retail. I could sell it, but they have like updated it at least once. So I'm kind of curious to see if they'll do some more stuff with that since it is so like low. It's like super low edition, the first Lord of the Ring blockchain NFT. So I'm gonna keep it. I think
Buy.
I mean there's only like 150 of them, I think, right? Or like I mean it's
No.
super low.
I'm talking about this Game of Thrones one that you're on right now.
Oh yeah. So yeah, it'll let me buy. I mean, here is my queue right here, but again, like I logged in and it said I could buy. Limit one per person. I could buy.
It's only one per person.
How
We're
many?
not called safe dads. We're Degen dads. A safe dad
Yeah,
would
how
not
many?
buy.
Okay, so each series one hero box. So one hero. I'll get an avatar. So I think the avatars will do well actually. So that could actually break me even off of that. 9 resource cards that you'll need as you build your realm. Now I did so I'll have to take my profits from my recur pass. I had 2 recur passes. I sold one. I still have the funds in recur for like 300 plus bucks. So I may use that funds to buy this one right
Wait,
now.
you're liquidated and recur? You don't have any passes?
No, I got one pass. I got a kind of like a okay. It's better than the cheap passes. It's like in the middle. So like in terms of rarity, it's like somewhere. It's kind of decent.
I bought 2
So
more like
you bought
recently.
2?
Mhm.
Are they?
I bought
Did
2
you?
more. I just bought 2 floors.
Oh, 2 floor. So you don't know the
Mhm.
rarities or whatever. I,
They're
I,
not
I like
they're
did a
not
bunch of
special.
research and I bought the cheapest one that was like in the middle, at the time. And I kind of wish I waited now because I might have been able to buy a little bit higher tier. I mean, it wasn't cheap. I mean, I had 2. I flipped one for like 800 or 900 bucks, and then I bought the best one I could buy with that money. Or like basically, I sold my initial 2 and upgraded is what I did.
Yeah. Yo, Trip,
Um,
you're not going to hear this because you're probably already gone, but thank you for your opinion on the VV low mint exploit. I really appreciated your outlook, and thanks for joining the stream today. Hope to see you next time. Appreciate you, man.
so I may let's see what happens.
Okay,
I
so you're
agree.
in the background. You might buy it right now. Is that what we're talking about?
Subscribe to the Game of Thrones email. Heck no, I don't want to get any more emails than I already do. I don't know if it's gonna. I don't remember putting a payment in there.
One way to find out, bro. Click that buy.
Oh yeah, so it's like wanting me to do what? So when is so it goes live at 11
No, it
or
already went
12
live.
PT.
Yeah, pre-sale went live at 8 a.m. PT, which was 10 o'clock Central, and then public is going at 12 p.
So that's what, like in a couple hours.
That's at 2 o'clock. That's in 11:30, 12:30,
So I got
1:30.
some time.
2.5 hours. So you buy now, and then like at 2 o'clock, it like goes through. Like, how's that work? Like, is it letting you buy?
Yeah, does it mint now or does it mint later?
It was the pre-sale is over allocated, so I'd be surprised if there's any pre-sale left.
Interesting.
Oh, whoa. All right, hold on. This is Bruin. Thank you. He said, so the ones you can buy right now for 205 in the marketplace ones.
Well,
Okay,
for me, it's only 150.
I don't know.
So he's just saying in the market.
Or maybe it's getting swept.
Yeah, do you have the market pulled up by chance? Maybe we'll look at the market real quick.
Pull it up. I guess that would be important. Let's see.
I'll try to pull it up too. I might try to buy one real quick. Select payment method.
No. Oh, I thought I was gonna restart a queue for me. I was about to be so upset.
Like what DC marketplace does.
Yes.
Dude, that marketplace, like
nightmare.
Yeah, it's a nightmare. It's not like I'm trying to FUD them. It literally is a pretty bad experience. Like I'll still go for the drops on there.
Dude, every time I can't even find an NFT marketplace. I keep on freaking finding NFT portal or with Nick and PO. Like that's like what pops up. All right, Nifty Gateway, I think is That's the actual.
I sent you the
Wait,
link.
is Nifty Gateway the official? Oh, you did send me the link.
Yeah, it's in the private chat
Okay.
on StreamYard.
There you
It's just / Game of Thrones. So Nifty's.
Okay, I gotta pull it up. Let me go back to chat real quick.
Nifties.com / Game of Thrones. But yeah, the
Not for
floor price is 200, so you could make a quick profit
or a quick loss.
or a quick loss.
That's
No,
all
well, it'd profit. 'cause
Oh,
it's only
wait. Is this contains all the elements though that it comes with?
No, so I guess your box, you'll have to open it. So these are like sealed technically.
Okay, that makes sense. Let's
Yeah,
see.
so I think they're like sealed.
I mean, these definitely have a chance. Let me see if I can find the contract address. Oh, I can find them on OpenSea. Let's go. Wait, what? It has an OpenSea button here. I'll pull it up so you guys know what I'm talking about. It has an OpenSea button, but won't like actually let me redirect to OpenSea. That sucks. Let me see if I can find
Available on Ethereum.
Oh, I found yes. Let's go. I found the contract.
Is that an ETH contract? No way. No way they used ETH.
They did use ETH. That's what I was saying. Yeah, I found it.
Whoa.
All right. Now we're in action, baby. We can
Dude,
actually
I might buy one if it's on ETH.
I told you that.
Those could be 300. Those will go to at least, what do you think? 0.2, 0.3 pretty quick?
I don't know, bro. They're at I hate looking at so I'm on my like vertical monitor and it's a little harder to look. Let's see. Where's it at?
Check private chat real quick.
I don't even hold on. If this is ETH though, I don't understand why it's not allowed off of the Nifty, or if it is, maybe it is allowed off the Nifty. I don't know.
I might go ahead and buy one then.
All right, here we go. Game of Thrones. There's only been 803. There's 778 holders, and there's been only 876 transfers. Let's look at the holder info real quick. This is important when you're checking contracts. You want to make sure that there's not that one or two people that hold a huge amount of supply. Right now, the biggest holder, the biggest whale in this contract is holding 8. So I don't know how they probably made 8 different emails minted on 8 different accounts, and they own almost 1% of the supply. That's been minted already. Other than that, there's an 8332222 and then all ones.
Here, I'll be right back, bro.
Yeah, all good. I'll take over for right now. Kyle will be back, obviously. So let me pull this. Whoops. All right. Let me make me smaller and this bigger. I hope you can see that. If not, I'm just going to explain it. There's only like a handful of people. There's 17 people that own more than one. And after that, it goes up. Everybody owns, 17 people own more than one, then everybody else owns one. So that's looking good so far. I don't know why we can't view this like on OpenSea though. It looks like all of it's being transferred over the Nifty. They might have it locked in the contract for some reason. Let's see how active it is. There are people transferring and buying right now. Yo, what up, Chago? Welcome to the stream, or welcome to the podcast, should I say, what Kyle and I are doing weekly. Not for trade. What do you guys think of Quid? I like Quid. We don't really have a section in this episode for Quid, but I do like Quid. And I think that's it on chat. I'm caught up. So yeah, we're taking a look at this Game of Thrones NFT, trying to figure out, whether it's a good play or not. Obviously, if you're just like a holder or collector of just Game of Thrones, then like this is a cool opportunity. Personally, I'm not big enough fan to like want this experience. So I'm kind of just seeing if there's a play to be made. The floor price is already down. It's at 187 opposed to $150 mint. So I don't know. This is one of those things that to me feels like an obvious play. And every time I don't buy something like this, I like look later in the day and it's probably going to be at like 300 or 400. But if I were to buy it, it's probably going to go down to like $100. So I don't know. This is only like $30 above, or not far above retail at this point. Still won't let me view OpenSea, but I did find the contract. That way I can kind of like track activity on it. As you can tell, the transfers are going up. Holder amount's still the same. This is how many are holding. So only 848. This is what I'm a little confused at. Only 848 have been bought so far, but there's 1,500 that was supposed to be able to mint for pre-sale, and the pre-sale list was over allocated. So I don't. I'm sitting here showing you the contract without switching the screen. So I don't really understand how they got over allocated. But okay. Look at this. Look at this. This is huge. Look at all these token transfers coming through. I don't know if like a whale just swept. Let's see. That was the same person. Null address. I don't know what this is, but 15 seconds ago, a ton of these just got either minted or swept. Yeah, okay. They're getting minted in increments. So it says 848. I bet if I refresh this, it's going to say like 900 maybe. No, it still says, 939 transfers, 848 total. Bruins exactly. Buy it and it'll drop to 50. Don't buy it. It goes to 500. Yeah, it's just like it's Game of Thrones, but it's on Nifty. That's my only issue here because Nifty is not like that popular. Yeah, welcome back, Kyle.
Yo.
I was just taking a look at everything.
It's giving me an error.
Oh, you are trying to buy?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to buy it.
Maybe everyone's having an error, and that's why they're not like flying off the shelves.
Ooh, could be like high rush. I'll try it one more time.
Yeah, please do. We need some real-time alpha before concluding. We were going to talk about Microsoft buying ChatGPT, but this has been such a packed out stream with the exploit and with this Game of Thrones drop being like pretty much in real time. We haven't really got around to it. If you're watching the episode right now, still you haven't liked, please like. After we're done with the video, let us know if you like these style of podcasts. We're like I said at the very beginning, Kyle and I switch off weekly whose channel we're going to be on, and we're doing this Degen Dad's podcast. We'll eventually break it down into an actual podcast that you can listen to like individually, episode 1, episode 2, just like any other podcast. But the whole reason we're doing this is because of feedback from you guys, saying, hey, you guys should do a podcast. You guys should do this more often. So here we are trying. So now that we're trying, definitely support that just by interacting, being here. Chat has been lit today. Appreciate chat. So yeah, what you got?
I tried to buy one, and now it's like throwing me back in a queue.
Oh, that's tough, dude. I'm almost in the queue. I got 3 minutes until I can buy it. And I'm gonna try right off the bat to buy it. Did you have to go through with your credit card info, or?
Yeah,
you did.
Yeah, so you have to make sure you have to have that. You can use a Coinbase account, but yeah.
Do they accept cash? Can I just like mail them some cash?
Do they accept Luna or FTT?
Luna. The sponsor of this episode, FTT.
Yeah.
Not really. It's not really. Please don't take it seriously. Somebody's gonna like clip that and be like, Chris and Kyle were shilling FTT. I'm just waiting to get in the queue right now, and I'm also kind of watching the contract to see if people are minting.
If it goes the way at this pace, I won't get in.
People are minting and transferring and buying. I can see in the contract right now, and I guess like we can even see from the page. Let's see. Yeah, the floor. So there was one for like 180 listed, and the floor price is back up to 200. Then it goes to 220, 250. If you could, can you use ETH on this to buy these? I actually need to make my account. I probably should have did that before. So it looks like
you can just log in through your Twitter account.
I need to make an offer. There's no offers on this. Like I want to if I lowballed them at like 160 or 170. Maybe that's something that he'll be like, you know what? This is going to 50 anyways.
You have to approve. So yeah, it's kind of like MetaMask. You have to approve that to create an offer. That's weird. Maybe it's because I need to connect my MetaMask or something. Oh, it's already connected. What?
All right, here we go. Here we go. Oh, what? Dude, I had 1 minute left, and as soon as I changed the screen, it went back up to 2 minutes.
See, email, Twitter.
I have 1 minute left until it lets me in the queue. Or until it lets me in, so we'll be able to see when it's your turn. Maybe it is openly letting us because the public sale didn't like finish. I don't know, or the private sale, pre-sale.
Oh, yeah. It looks like their wallets are custodial based as well. I think. Yeah, I think it creates a wallet in the app. It shows me like 3 different balances, or like an Ethereum wallet, then Palm, then Dai. That's kind of weird.
It's gonna crush volume if they don't allow you to like take it off of Nifty though.
Yeah. Well, I think Nifty's is kind of weird. I think they will maybe. I don't know.
I have less than a minute until you get to see what it's like to go through the queue. Maybe to let me buy. I'm gonna try to buy as soon as we get off a stream. See if it lets. There's 7 people ahead of me. Okay. Your number in line was 3,406. I guess a lot of people are getting in and then just like, I don't want to buy it. I don't want to put my money in that.
Yeah, they're seeing the floor go down.
Whoa, that was loud. What is going on? You hear that? Did you hear that?
Yeah,
Dude, that was so loud through my headset.
So, yeah.
Gosh. All right, we're in, baby. It says sale starts in 2 hours and 23 minutes. All right, so all I gotta do is sit here for another 2 hours and 23 minutes, like the DC drop, and then just be disappointed when I can't buy it.
Yeah, they're like, sorry, we kicked you out.
Okay.
Minor issue.
Dude, literally, I don't have the buy. How did you have the buy button?
Ooh, they do have an OpenSea link.
Yeah, you can't click it. You can't click it. I tried.
Oh, that's lame.
They got me with that. So, is this the page that you went to after you got in? Because like I don't have a buy button. Didn't you have a buy button like right here?
Yeah, I did.
What the heck? Maybe because you had a Nifty account already, you had like whitelist.
That's what I thought, but then it kicked me out. So it must have been a bug in the system or something.
Well, you should have taken advantage of that bug.
So they
Actually,
do,
you shouldn't have. You should not have taken advantage of that bug. Full circle to the to the exploit. You would have been exploiting.
Right.
Well, that would have been.
I did find their OpenSea. I did find their OpenSea link.
Can you share it in the private chat? You gonna send me a rug? This better not be a rug.
It's got a blue check.
All right. Hold on 1 second. I will pull it up. Okay.
Content not available. Oh, you can already see the rarity. Ooh, you might be able to rarity snipe on this one with the Chrome extension. Do you see that? I think, did Chris freeze or did I freeze? Let me reload this.
All right, I'm back, baby. I can't believe 22 of you still waited for it to come back. My Wi-Fi just shot. Kyle sent me that OpenSea link and completely rugged my entire internet. I've never had that happen before. So at the end of the day, the biggest alpha here is if Kyle sends you a link, be careful. Cross check your resources. Thank you guys so much for watching today's episode with Kyle. We'll be on Kyle's channel next week. We went over Veve, a low mint exploit, the Game of Thrones NFT dropping today. We didn't even make it to Microsoft Buys ChatGPT, but it is what it is. Bruin, I'm sorry for my comment earlier. Thank you so much for being here. Shout out to SoCal for joining my YouTube membership program. I appreciate that so much. I just launched it. There's a lot of different perks there. So I appreciate you supporting my channel via that through that. Thank you, chat, for just being active and being welcoming today. I doubt anybody that rewatches this is going to watch till this part of the episode because they're going to be like, what the heck happened? They got rugged. Just remember, Kyle sent me a link. I appreciate it. If you haven't already like the video, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to Kyle's channel. We love doing this. Degening and dads, that's our main part of our life. We both have kids, and trying to do this NFT thing, it's a lot of fun. Appreciate every single one of you. We'll see you next episode. Peace out, everybody.